Welcome to Mirage, set in a sandblasted luxury hotel in the Gobi Desert. The twist here is the unpredictable terrain created by the dunes and drifts of sand. We talked to Treyarch's David Vonderhaar and Dan Bunting for some tactical tips.
This map Mirage is pretty interesting because you've got a really nice hotel that was just the victim of a pretty vicious sandstorm. And what that creates for players is a lot of undulation in the terrain. So guys are not necessarily always at the same level. They could be slightly above or slightly below you. So when you're playing in that, you have to survey before you enter, because you have to, when you're looking for where players could be in the world, they might have full body exposure, but they could also have, chest and above exposure. So deal with the high threats first. Those are the ones that are usually closer to you and the ones that are on lower terrain to you.
You can even, sand's covering up cars, so instead of using cars for cover, now you kind of have this thing where you have this little hill that you have to run over, and it's only partial cover. So really, Mirage is all about that uniqueness to the cover, the navigation from one spot in the map to another. There's even a empty swimming pool at one part of the map that's half filled with sand, so you use that kind of as a place to hold down that pathway.
The terrain elevation there and height advantage has a lot to do, and you can see when you play that map, especially on the pool side, where there's those elevated positions. So if you've got a guy who's really good with an LMG or maybe a sniper rifle, put him in his perch and have him control that entire line so that you can advance through it and back safely.
Mirage is unique in another way too. The layout of the domination objectives is in a triangle rather than the traditional line, allowing you to quickly shuttle between objectives A and C and control them both, turning the tide of battle in your favour.
Yeah, so fans have actually asked us about this. Hey, why do you always put the objectives, kind of in a linear line? And the truth is, it's often the best thing for the map design. So it's really, what is the environment and where could really good objectives be? So because of the very nature of that map, and in that map, you have enough space to do a more triangle-like shape for the domination points, and that's what makes that possible.
So to recap, deal with enemies that are closer or on lower terrain first, gain Overwatch in the pool area to control it, and take advantage of the unfamiliar layout of objectives to hold A and C. Check out tips for the other maps in the Revolution DLC direct from Treyarch, take a look at the new Zombies map Die Rise and see Turned mode, which allows you to play as a zombie, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time on Outside Xbox.